So next we have a performance by Sonic Melting Collective. Um, Gustavo Valdivia, who is an anthropologist at the Universidad Nacional Mayor de San Marcos in Lima, Peru. For almost a decade, Gustavo has been ethnographically exploring the worlds that are emerging in the high Andes of Peru as their Anthropocene unfolds. His work is principally based in Cuelchaya. Is that right, Gustavo?
Calcaya, but you got it very close.
Calcaya, I'm sorry, the largest tropical glacier on the planet, and articulates an eclectic body of theory, methods, and practices to provide an ethnographically grounded account of those significant moments in which nature challenges human comprehension and control. This project, which he started as a PhD student at the anthropology department at the Johns Hopkins University, has led him to carry out long-term fieldwork among indigenous alpaca herders, collaborate as a field assistant in 5 scientific expeditions to obtain ice cores from Kelkaya Summit, work as a field producer for the documentary BBC series Frozen Planet 2, and participate as a chapter scientist in the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change's 6th assessment report. In 2014, together with Tomás Tello, an experimental musician living in Portugal, he founded the Sonic Melting Collective to start producing a set of field recordings of the ice of the Kelkaya as it melts. His work on sound includes collaborations with various sound artists, including Stuart Hyatt, Caitlin Aurelia Smith, Gazelle Twin, Mary Lattimore, and Lassie Mark Reek, and has been featured in Vice, The Wire Magazine, Glacier Hub, and other media. He teaches at the University of San Marcos in Lima, Peru. We're so delighted, Gustavo, that you could join us today.
Thank you so much, Saiba, and all the organizers of this conference. There's and all my fellow panelists. I feel I have not too much to add to what has already been said before. The panel just happened. Let me just say a few words about myself. I am currently wearing a black sweater. I have black hair. In the background, there is a portrait of Jose Maria Arguedas, a Peruvian novelist, poet, and anthropologist whose intimate portrayals of indigenous Andean worlds are a key source of inspiration for my work. My performance includes a sound piece which combines field recordings and images of my field site, the Quelcaya Glacier in the southern Andes of Peru, the largest tropical glacier in the world. I want to dedicate this performance to Henny Alaba, who previously shared her moving story. So just let me share my screen. Okay. So I just want to mention take 2 minutes to say something about this field site. As I said, this is a glacier that is located in a very high elevation. It's actually the top of a very high mountain in the Andes of Peru, the southern Andes of Peru. And what you're seeing is, what I'm showing is a remote sensing image of this glacier that portrays how it looks like from the space. I just want to add that the idea behind this project, or this sonic piece I'm gonna share with you today, it's to give a sonic narration of my singular encounter with this glacier as it melts. And I understand singularity not as an exclusion of multiplicity in the sense of Levi-Strauss suggests The Naked Man, but of multiplicity, but the nodal point of past, present, and possible events, or the intersection where phenomena become manifest, which can originate from countless contexts, knowable and unknowable. I'm just gonna go very fast through this, but the idea is that you're gonna listen to a set of recordings that were made in the course of my ethnographic fieldwork with alien herders, climate scientists, and experimental artists, and other human and not human beings in the southern Andes of Peru. And that continued after the interruption of my fieldwork due to unforeseen events. These recordings, as I mentioned, are made in the surroundings of Caucaia, but also at its base and summit, and in its crevasses and caves, and include ice, water bodies, icicles, alpacas, birds that nest in ice caves, plants that grow in the newly exposed soil, shortwave radio signals, among other. I just want to say that my intention is to try to go beyond the limits of ethnographic writing and academic protocols through these sonic forms that experiment with this intricate network of relationship between this glacier and different life forms and other elements of the Andean landscape. And they are not an affirmation of human control of nature, at least as how I see them, but rather a meditation and survival in the Anthropocene. So I'm just going to start playing my sound piece. I hope you can listen to this, but if you're having any problems, I'm going to share a link to an online file that you can also start playing now. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gustavo. I don't know if you wanted to say anything about the piece. I thought the density of the sound was really powerful to listen to for something that we think of as such a dispersed kind of phenomenon. And the layers of sound you were able to get were really, yeah, there was such a thickness to it. It's really, really interesting to kind of think about, you know, environmental degradation and that connection. There's also a comment in the chat for you, a beautiful combination of image, text, and music. So yeah, I don't know if you'd like to say anything in response. Oh, you're muted still.
Sorry, I don't want to take too much time. I guess, as I said at the beginning, the idea is just to give a different sense of what what we as ethnographers also encounter, right? And that we cannot write about, we cannot publish in an academic journal about, or that we cannot even use it as evidence for at least in certain dimensions of academic debates. And I guess there's something that this stuff that gets out of those forms, I guess it's also important, and it has been very important for me in my fieldwork. And this is my attempt to try to bring these things that I cannot talk about, I cannot show or say that I am eloquently, or that I can say that I am an expert on. It's just something that I feel it's important of sharing, and I guess connects somehow. It's a way to show all these aspects that I feel that I can only witness and not really say too much or pretend to show other people that I know too much about. I guess that's.
Thank you so much for bringing, you know, that other kind of attunement for us, and I hope that, you know, it will make us more sensitive, yeah, to those other ways of knowing and experiencing as well. So thank you all to our amazing panelists again. This was really rich. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. We are going to take another short 5-minute break before our next panel, which is on temporalities. So we will reconvene at 1:15 Central Time, 11:15 Pacific Time, 7:15 UK time. So hope you will join us for our third panel of the day. Thank you, everybody.